Hi, and welcome to our Retired Nomad Adventures.
I'm Retired Rick.
And I'm Daphne, and today we are in the beautiful city of Lisbon, Portugal, and we would like to invite you to come spend the day with us today. Because we're slow travelers, we don't have to hit all the tourist sites quickly. Instead, we're able to kind of go at our own pace and wander and stroll through the city, and that's really our favorite thing to do here, is to take the day and just go walk and see what the city shows us. It seems like any corner we turn, there's something beautiful to see. So we'd love to take you along with us today as we explore.
And before we go out on any day, I checked the weather app, and today it says it's going to be 72 degrees and sunny. A little bit windy, but we should be okay. Yeah. Yesterday was really rainy, so it's a beautiful day today. So hopefully it stays that way all day. And the other thing I check is our Travel Spend app, and that just puts us in a mind perspective of what we can spend today. Today it says we can spend $125. Now we don't want to spend that much, but if we do spend that much, it's fine. Okay. Yeah. Yesterday we only spent $5, so that it adjusts it each day. So it just makes it nice to allow us to know that we're hitting our target.
Yeah, so we have that $5,000 a month budget, and when we first got to Lisbon, you input all of our expenses that are known, like our recurring costs, the cost of the Airbnb, stuff like that. And so then it tells us how much we have to spend each day. And I think when we first got here, it was $95 a day was the
something like that. Yeah, 90, something like that.
And then now we're up to $125 a day, because some days we go way over. Like if we book a tour or something, we could spend, I don't know, $250, $300. And then other days, like yesterday, we only spent $5. Yeah, so and then it just kind of recalculates for us.
And you might see me throughout the day stop every time I spend money. I just have a habit of. I have a currency app too that we're here in euros, so I just put whatever euro in and it tells me what the dollar figure is, so I put that in the spending, the travel spend, so I don't forget. So really, I'm pretty accurate on what we spend.
Yeah, you like to. Rick wants to stop before we go anywhere else to get that input in there. I'm more of a procrastinator. I would wait till we get home, but Rick takes care of it right there, so he handles all of that for us. So we'd love for you to join us today, and then know that we'll come back at the end of the video and we'll share with you all of our costs for the day. So let's go. We're at the very beginning of our walk now, but you'll see this is the first stop if you want to take the famous Tram 28. And it's important that you get on at this stop because it only takes you, it's a one-way route. So once you get to the end, you get off. So people want to come here to join the tram because then they get the full benefit of stopping at all the different experiences. But take a look at how busy this line is. And it's important to note, it's 10 o'clock in the morning right now, so that's early by Portuguese standards. And this line, we've seen it not quite double, but pretty darn close to double this size. So it's at least a 2-hour wait to get on the tram. It's kind of exciting to get to be somewhere, not just in those summer months. So we've actually got to see the town start to transform itself. It's November 2nd today, and they've just put up some Christmas market booths. So this is going to be really nice, and they're going to continue to expand it. And you can even see they've started to put up Christmas decorations. There's lights and pretty big red bows. And so I think before we leave, we're really going to get to see the town transformed. So we are on the famous Rua Augusta now, and this is sort of the main heart of the city, and we come down this street kind of almost every day. It connects us at some point with our walk. But what's special about this time of the year is that you can see she's roasting chestnuts. Like we always hear the Christmas song, right? Roasting chestnuts on an open fire, but we've never had chestnuts before. So we did stop, and for €3 we got to try some chestnuts, and they were delicious.
Okay, one of the good things about our walk is we come across historical sites and stuff. Right behind me, we have the Santa Justa Lift. There's a long line. It costs about €6 to go up, but I've got a plan to show you how to get around that and to get the same exact view as everybody else, and you can save your money for some Pastel de Natas. Come with me. line's crazy. But let's come up this way. You just go past the lift, and you're gonna make a left. So let's go. Okay, right there, left, the baggage lift. That's our first landmark. So you go through there, you go up some stairs, and you make a right. Let's go. Once you reach the top of the stairs, we make a right. Our next landmark is this world art mural. So once you get to that, you just go up the stairs. Behind me we have the burned out church, and they have one more set of stairs to go up, and then we'll be right where everybody gets off at the lift. Right behind me is where everybody gets off for the lift, that long line. They're waiting in that line, they come up in the lift, and they get off at exactly the same spot. And we have the same exact views as everybody else, but we save money, we got our steps in, now we can have some Pastel de Natas or a beer.
Okay, and that church or the convent that you could see from the Santa Justa Lift, behind me is the entrance to that, and it is a National Historic Museum now. This is a convent that was destroyed in the Great Earthquake, and you'll see lots of the monuments here that are still standing. They've definitely kept standing in the way that they were, or created a memorial. But for €7 for adults, €5 for seniors, 65 and older, and then €5 for children. You can go in and see from the inside. We didn't do that, but I would imagine that it would be beautiful. I have seen pictures and they look amazing.
Okay, now's the time for coffee and dessert. So let's go over to Castro and we'll get our Pastel de Nata. Coming back with the coffee in just a minute. That's scary. I thought I was gonna drop it. So the reason why I like these Pastel de Natas is, to me, they're a little bit creamier and the filling is a little thicker, but they're all good, so it's hard to say which is the best, but these are good.
So the arch is even a place you can go up into. So for $6, not euros, $6, just under that, you can go up into the arch and get a beautiful viewpoint. We haven't done that, but you can. So once you come through the arch, you come into the Commerce Square, which is sort of, they say it's the heart or the soul of the city here. The Royal Palace used to be here, but in that earthquake again, back in the 1700s, it was destroyed. So this is this place where the palace was, and now it is the heart of the city. this is a beautiful walk along the Tagus River, and what is so great is that you can see the bridge here that was fashioned after the Golden Gate Bridge. You can also see a replica of the Christ de Rio monument, and you can take a boat across to the other side. We went there last time. We went to a place called Ponto Final. It's a restaurant that's set right on the side of the river, and it was just delicious and excellent. But this is a really nice walk. And then these steps here at night, you can come down and people watch. I don't know that the sun actually sets here, but as the sun sets, the sky turns all kinds of beautiful colors, and so people come and sit and enjoy that sunset time.
All right, this is the famous Pink Street, and we came down here to show you where we thought we were going to eat. We were going to eat at Sol Pesca, which was recommended by Anthony Bourdain, and it's super good. It's canned fish, and what they do is they present it on a plate. So basically, they just prepare it for you. So you get an idea of taking canned fish home, and you can prepare it at home and have a great meal. And it was fantastic.
If you're lucky enough to come on a cruise and you have a stop that's in Lisbon, the Lisbon cruise ships are docked 2 blocks from that main square we were just in. So I would say if you're on a cruise and you have a stop in Lisbon, my recommendation would be that you could just get off. You're really right in the downtown area, and you could go walking and exploring and see things on your own. Or another thing you could do is take a Tuk Tuk tour, and they could take you around to all of the sites. But you're really in the heart of things if you stop on a cruise ship in Lisbon. So maybe it was a happy accident that the Pink Street restaurant wasn't open. Because
definitely a happy accident.
So we ate at this restaurant a couple of days ago, and we can't stop thinking about it. We had the best meal. Well, one piece of the meal was so special that that's the thing we can't stop thinking about. So what are we gonna get?
Today we're gonna get, both of us are gonna get a garlic shrimp. Last time Daphne got a garlic shrimp and I got a pasta meal, which was fantastic, but the garlic shrimp, the sauce was so
special.
Good. So we're each gonna get a garlic shrimp. We're gonna get a side of bread, because you have to dunk your bread in the sauce, and then a side of rice, and we're gonna have a drink. So we know exactly what we're gonna get, and we can't wait to show you what it is.
Well, and the restaurant itself is so special too. So there's a little lady who owns it. I'm not sure if she'll be there today or not, but she came and she gave us the menu, and she wanted us to read her story. So her story is on the menu. And I read her story and then tried to share the story with Rick, and I couldn't share it without crying, so I had to just give him the menu so he could read it himself. Then I look over and he's crying. And
we're not going to attempt to read it.
No, we're not going to, but we'll give you the name of the restaurant. We'll show you a picture of the restaurant and give you the name of it so you can look it up yourself. But what a resilient woman, and starting over later in life is a beautiful thing, and she's on her way to open her 3rd restaurant now.
So the name of the restaurant is 2EU.
So T-U-E
and then E-U.
Yeah.
So very good restaurant. You have to try it.
So we're not going to bore you and make you watch us eat this, but take a look at how delicious this food is. So there's something super special about the sauce for this shrimp, so we're going to dig in now. This little neighborhood we're in now is called the Alfama area, and it's a sweet little area with all kinds of charming restaurants, narrow streets, and then little souvenir and local shops. So we'll walk you through a little part of this now. Still here in the Alfama area, and what they said is that they had artists come and paint pictures of or take photographs of and mount of the locals who lived in these houses, because the seniors became lonely and they wanted people, when they come by, to be able to speak to them and call them by name. So they'd kind of look out their window, they'd see a picture of them, and then any passersby could say, "Hola Maria," and then have a conversation with them.
Okay, the great thing about wandering around is we just happened to stumble upon a flea market, I think. So let's take a look.
No matter where you are in the city, if you get tired of walking, you're always going to be able to get a tuk-tuk driver to take you on a wheeled ride of the city instead of having to use your feet. And then also there are an abundance of churches. And I don't know why when we go by them, I have to stop in them. I love the smell of the holy water, and so it doesn't matter how big or how small, when we see a church, I have to go in and take a look. But first, take a peek at all the tuk-tuks that are right here ready to take you wherever you want to go.
Okay, this is another example of just turning the corner and coming out to a nice lookout point. So these are all over the place. So this is just one. Okay, now we're gonna head back to our Airbnb. Well, first we're gonna go to the grocery store and get some odds and ends that we need. Go to our Airbnb, take a nap, and then we'll take you on out to dinner tonight. So.
So we're all rested, we had our nap, we went to the grocery store, and we're here at a little restaurant close to our Airbnb called Josephine's. It's about a 5-minute walk from our Airbnb. And this is our 4th visit here. We came here the first time because we were told that we needed to try bifanas when we were here in Portugal. And they had the highest recommended vegetarian bifanas. And so we came and got those, loved them. And then embarrassingly, that first time we came, I saw somebody eating some nachos. And so the second time we came, I ordered some nachos, and I am a Southern California girl, and there are some things that I miss and some things that are difficult to get right. Nachos is one of those things that I missed, and they got it right. Typically when we come, we get a salad, a soup, and share. We get a soup each, share a sandwich, and share an order of French fries. But tonight I felt like some nachos, so that's what I got. Rick got some soup, and then he also is getting a bruschetta sandwich tonight. And we'll come back together after dinner, and we will total everything up. So it's the end of our day now, and we're back and we're ready to pay the piper. So we're gonna go through and share with you what today cost. So the first thing we spent money on was the...
we went and had coffee and Pastel de Nata.
Okay.
So that was really nice, and it was good. It was our favorite spot. So that was good, and that ended up being about $9.
$9, okay.
Yeah.
So know that we're converting the euros to dollars. On Rick, like he shared with you this morning, he converts the money over and then puts it into the app, so we put it in dollars. So yeah, that was about $9, and know that there's plenty of places to try pastel de natas here, and
you can't go wrong at any of them. You'll find out what your
tastes are.
Your tastes are. That the custard is so good inside. Then you'll find some are flakier than others. You'll get some warm ones. You'll get some cold ones. Day-old ones, they are all fantastic.
Good. Yeah, but that place there, Castro, has turned out in Lisbon to be our favorite place to get pastel de natas. So then you came with us, we walked around, strolled around, found some different places, and then, we tried to take you to, what was the name of that restaurant on Pink Street?
Sol Pesca, tourist restaurant. They sell canned food, and they present it on a plate for you and just serve it.
And it's, they say here that the canned, we think of canned fish as being not super fresh and not very fabulous. But here, it is supposed to be pretty fresh and also pretty fabulous. And this was a restaurant that Anthony Bourdain had recommended, and so we did stop in there. When we went there the last time, what we got came to about $37, and what we got were 3 different dishes that we shared, and we got a drink each. And so that really wasn't bad, and that was the perfect amount for lunch.
And that was a tourist area, and I encourage everybody to
give it a try. Yeah, it was cool. It was cool.
The atmosphere was nice, and you can people watch. It was fantastic.
there's music playing out there, and you kind of feel like everybody that's sitting out on the tables with you, you're sort of all there together. So so we're sorry we didn't get to bring you to that,
but we benefited for
Yes.
it being closed because we went to our next our favorite spot. It turns out is a little place called
TU.
2EU.
Yeah,
Which means you and I.
So we both got the shrimp. We both got a drink each. We got we shared a side of rice and we shared a side of bread. And what was the total for that?
That total came to about $44.
Yeah, that's great. So $44 for a really nice
and that's
meal.
just down from the where the cruise ships come in, kind of up out of the way.
It's in the Alfama area.
Yeah, and it's you have to find it, but once you find it, it's fantastic, and it's really nice in there. So
yeah, they say sometimes we are like typical Americans, and so we tend to eat our meals sort of right on time. So we were there right at noon, and so we didn't have trouble getting a table. But when we left, it was full, and they say that at dinner time there's often a line. So and there's no reservations.
So after we left there, we and we've been walking around, getting our steps in and all that. So after we left there, we came home and then
Took a nap.
Well, we had to do some work, so we had to do grocery shopping. So we went and did some grocery shopping, and and just to pick up some odds and ends, and spent about $19 there.
$19.
And then we came home and then we took a nap.
Yeah. Okay. Right. I forgot the grocery shopping. And then we woke up and we walked on down to another place. So that's part of our problem. I think we're creatures of habit. So we find places we like and we tend to go back over and over again. And so this is our fourth time
at this
specific restaurant. And we love it. And I do still feel embarrassed that I had nachos tonight, but oh my gosh, they're so good.
The place is called Josephine Bistro and Bar.
Okay. As per usual, it was delicious. And how much was that?
And that came to $29.
Okay.
Yeah.
And all of those include, so that's including the tip, and those are in dollars converted from euros. And so, so remember we said this morning that we had $125 in order to stay within our $5,000 a month budget. We could spend up to, was it 115 or 125?
125.
Okay, so we could spend up to $125, and we don't normally eat out breakfast, lunch, and dinner, but today it just happened that that's what we did. And so, how much did we spend today?
Our total today came to $100.56.
So we are under budget.
We're under, so tomorrow we're going to be able to spend a little bit more, not much more, but right in that 125 range. So it's kind of nice because we know that when we don't spend that money, that we should be under budget. So hopefully we'll be under budget this month. So
we have just under 2 weeks left, and then tomorrow I don't imagine tomorrow we definitely won't be eating out for breakfast. So here's we definitely won't be eating out for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. No. We probably won't eat out at all tomorrow. So I don't imagine we'll have a high spend day tomorrow. But we also got 19,000 steps today.
Yes.
So 19,009 or something steps today. But you can see how you can gain weight even getting that many steps every day. And honestly, that has been the case for me. But you can see how easily, even though you're walking, there's so many delicious places to eat that it's very tempting, and you can easily have that be a problem.
Yep.
All right, so we hope you enjoyed coming around and spending a day with us in Lisbon. I hope it gives you an idea of what, if you came to visit Lisbon, what it might be like for you. And then next week we will come back together and we'll share with you our checklist for whether or not we could live here. And so we hope that you'll join us for that. But as always, bye.